Hello and welcome to another banger of a collaboration video with yet more Leviathans of this amazing YouTube retro gaming community. Today I asked my guests, what are the weirdest gaming peripherals that you own? Maybe it's a controller, maybe it's something else. And we're going to be taking a look at answers from Nostalgia Nerd, Retro Rick and Slopes Games Room. I did have Larry Bundy Jr. on, but he's not so well, so unfortunately he's not going to be here as with Lady Decade. So hope you guys feel a little bit better soon, but we're going to be taking a look, and of course I'm going to be sharing my own weird, perhaps obscure, perhaps even unheard of gaming peripheral. So if you're new here, please subscribe, get comfy, and after this you need to go and check out the collaboration I did with Metal Jesus, Cannot Be Tamed, Erin Plays and Top Hat Gaming. It will be linked in the cards, but for now we're going to dive into the intro. Let's roll it. Alright, first up, we're going to be diving down the south of England now with Pete from Nostalgia Nerd. Take it away, Pete.
Hello, I'm Nostalgia Nerd, and I'd like to talk to you about the Konami Hyper Boy. Now, this might not be perhaps the weirdest gaming accessory I own. I imagine that's chucked deep in a random storage box, but this one is still mighty strange, and I always like to talk about it. The great thing about a Game Boy, of course, is its portability. You can take it from A to B effortlessly. So, what did Konami do? They decided that the Game Boy might be better off as a full-blown arcade system, and so created this gigantic plastic shroud to entomb it in. Your reward for this? Well, you get a slightly magnified and distorted screen. You get a side light, so you can use it in the dark. You get a powered speaker to really blast out those ear-bursting tones, and you get a joystick which can be locked between 8 and 4 directions, so that's quite nice. And it kind of replicates something, but does it replicate the feel of the arcade? No, it doesn't. This thing was released shortly after the Game Boy and only in Japan, and that's probably for the best.
What a cool answer. I have never even heard of that. And as with all of these collaboration videos, I don't know about you guys, but I definitely watch them and I'm like, I'm learning stuff. So it's a massive thumbs up and I can't wait to do more collaborations in the future. Next up then, we're going to be flying off stateside now with one of my lovely friends, Rick from Retro Rick. Rick, it's all yours.
Hey guys, Retro Rick here, and today we're talking weird gaming accessories. Jem asked to pick out just one of my weird accessories in the collection, and I went the handheld route. Now, we all remember the original Game Boy, and guys, you could not play your Game Boy without your magnifier light adapter, especially at night. You could not play your Game Boy without that. Well, did you know that they actually made one of these for the friggin' Tiger handhelds? Guys, the Tiger handhelds, I like to say, the poor man's Game Boy, right? They made one of these for everything, guys, for TV shows, for movies, for everything, and they actually made one of these adapters for the Tiger handheld. I could not believe it whenever I first saw it. I never hear anybody talk about it, but it does exactly what you think it would do. It magnifies your screen a little bit bigger, and it throws a light on there, and I'm telling you, it doesn't make it any better. It's still really, really bad, but I think it is so cool that they actually made this. So that is definitely one of the weirdest accessories in my collection.
Thanks, Rick. And guys, how important were those magnifiers back in the day, especially for the Game Boy? You know, sometimes those sprites were really difficult to see, and we need a little bit of an aid to be able to be successful in our handheld ventures. So Rick, thank you for that, mate. Next up then, we are going down the south of the UK again with another friend of mine, Dan from Slopes Games Room. Dan, it's all yours.
Hey there guys, DJ Slope here from Slope's Game Room, and the awesome Gebs has asked me to show off one of my weirdest gaming peripherals, and boy oh boy do I have something to show off to you guys today. Now, it was about a year or so ago, I was buying something on Yahoo Auctions Japan, didn't realise the postage would cost quite as much as it did, and ended up spending about £100 roughly on this. Now, if you know me, I'm a big fan of Sega, which is why I had to own the official Sega Pre-Fun, which is an official Sega printer. Yes, this is a Sega printer, obviously only released in Japan, and it's for all you people out there that want to take print screenshots from the Sega Saturn era. So from your Sega Saturn, but it also shows the Sega Pico, which I'm sure this was definitely aiming towards the Pico crowd. So yeah, you would actually use a different piece of hardware to take the screenshot, otherwise it'll obviously always be moving. Then you would use this printer to print the screenshots. Now this is new old stock, meaning that, you know, even though the box is a little bit tattered, it's obviously been in storage somewhere for the longest time. It's actually never been opened. There's about 10 or 11 sheets of paper in here, and once it's done, it's done. I can never use it again. I don't even know if the ink's going to be any good anymore. It actually uses a ribbon. I don't know if they degrade over time. We'll see. But once those 10 or 11 prints are done, then yeah, it's as good as dead. It's a printer that won't be able to print. So yeah, it's a weird one. It's a weird one. It uses the video source of like, is it composite to take the screenshot, and it's done. My plan with this, because I don't own the hardware that's going to be able to stop the screenshot, is to get Sonic Jam on the Sega Saturn, get Sonic running as fast as he can, and just hit print and just see what comes out. So yeah, there you go. That's the Sega Pre-Fun, Sega's official hobby printer. Thanks, Gebs, for allowing me to show this off, and catch you later, guys.
A lot of cool stuff here. I'm seeing a lot of themes with this episode. Lots of foreign gaming peripherals, particularly from Japan, which for me is a mecca of retro gaming, and I cannot wait to get out there myself and spend a good week or so scouring the streets of Akihabara with some retro game hunting. So hopefully I'll get a chance to do that next year. But Dan, that was awesome. Thank you so much. And now for my weird and wonderful gaming peripheral, or rather gaming piece in my collection. This is another one from Japan, the Sega Mega Jet. Now, when I showed this on my recent Lady Lounge Game Room update tour, people said, I've never even heard of that. So I thought, you know, I'm going to show it in this episode. Now, the Mega Jet itself looks like a glorified handheld, but you'll notice that there is no screen on this. And that's because these things used to be plugged into the armrest on Japanese airlines, and you were able to pop your Sega Mega Drive cartridge in here, and you were able to play them on the screens on the plane. So essentially what you could do is you could play your Sega Mega Drive 38,000 feet above sea level, which is pretty darn cool. These things used to be rented. You could also rent cartridges from the plane. I think Super Monaco was one of the cartridges you could rent with the Sega Mega Jet, but if you didn't want to rent them and you wanted to save yourself a few quid, you could bring your own cartridges with you, so you're able to kind of play these on the go. Now, when I tried this is region free, and you can also plug this into any TV now and literally sit there like this with your TV there and utilize this as a controller whilst playing your Sega Mega Drive games. I believe this launched on Japanese airlines around 1994, and according to sources online, this paved the way for the Sega Nomad. Now, that's a console handheld rather that I don't own, but I guess, you know, whipping out the Sega Mega Jet again is giving me a little bit of fire for the Sega Nomad as well. So this is a really cool piece of gaming history, and if you wanted to play it at home, there's also a controller port right there, so you can actually plug in 2-player action with your friends and play some couch co-op. Perhaps you want to be Sonic and Tails and some Sonic 2, a classic, or maybe you want to dive into some Streets of Rage 2. To feel, this is actually quite a light device. It feels really, really nice. We've got the 6-button configuration here. Really, really awesome. And then you've got your kind of plug things there. I can't even get my words out today. So this is a really nice piece of gaming history, and we need to hand over this collaboration to the good folk at Team 24 in the comment section below. So thank you so much to all my guests in this episode, and thank you so much to my guys, my viewers, Team 24. Please go and subscribe to everyone that you've seen in this episode. I'll link all their channels in the description, and make sure you guys subscribe to me. There's lots of good stuff coming. We're going to the Doncaster Retro Gaming Market this week, so there's going to be hopefully a full hour of retro game hunting in one episode that will drop in the coming week, so you guys need to stay tuned for that. But for now, guys, it's been a pleasure. I love you guys. Peace out, and I'll see you in the next one. I need a few seconds of your time to tell you about channel memberships. If you guys want to become a channel member, click join from the main page or the second link in the description. There are 3 tiers, all with different perks for you if you want to become a team member. Thanks for your time. Let's continue with the video.